Trauma is addiction to control. Before we start, feel free to check out our previous video on trauma as an addiction for a more in-depth explanation first. PTSD, BPD, NPD reviewed through the reset lens. Trauma, control, and the addiction loop. 1. PTSD as addiction to predictive control. PTSD is not fear of the past. It is the fear of losing control in the future. Reactivating memory plus circumstance does this. It triggers stress chemistry, narrows perception, pushes the nervous system into command and control mode. The inner logic is, if I stay alert, tense, and in control, nothing will surprise me again. That's not healing. That's maintenance of the addiction. Control becomes the delivery mechanism for the chemical rush. 2. Why control is central, across PTSD, NPD, BPD. All three share the same core wound, unpredictable emotional safety in early life. They differ in strategy, not in mechanism. PTSD, strategy, hypervigilance, avoidance, micromanagement. Goal, prevent re-experiencing helplessness. Borderline, strategy, emotional intensity, attachment testing, splitting. Goal, force connection or certainty through reaction. Narcissistic patterns, strategy, dominance, devaluation, image control. Goal, never feel vulnerable or dependent again. Different masks. Same addiction, control equals safety substitute. 3. Why the body still pays the price. Just like substance addiction, trauma addiction is neurotoxic over time. Chronic activation leads to HPA-axis dysregulation, immune suppression, inflammation, autoimmune illness, cardiovascular strain, neurodegeneration, gut dysbiosis. And yet, just like an addict with liver failure still drinking, the system prefers familiar destruction over unfamiliar calm. Because calm feels undefended, exposed, identity-less. 4. Why the negative rush persists. This is the crucial point. The rush is not pleasurable, but it is regulating. Trauma chemistry gives direction, sharpens focus, silences uncertainty, creates a sense of doing something. Without it, the person feels lost, empty, powerless, unreal. So the system chooses stress over disorientation. That's addiction logic, not pathology. 5. Why insight alone doesn't break it. This is why highly intelligent, self-aware people still repeat trauma patterns. Because insight lives in the cortex, addiction lives in the nervous system, control lives in survival memory. The body doesn't ask, is this healthy? It asks, is this familiar enough to keep me alive? The hard truth, and the way out. Trauma healing fails when it tries to remove memory or behavior without replacing emotional regulation and identity. Because you are not addicted to pain. You are addicted to predictability, intensity, certainty, self-definition. One-line synthesis and our closing line. Trauma is a memory-based addiction to control, fueled by stress chemistry, maintained by familiarity, and paid for with the body. The good news? We know where to find the reset button.